Alright, Knights of Apollo, what's up guys? It's Apollo here, and welcome back to another glorious Rome 2 Siege battle. This one is a 3 vs 3, and we're gonna get some instant action, because we have Pixelated with the sally out of 3 Vanguard troops. Now, I shouldn't even really call it a sally out, because they're not leaving the city. They were always outside of the city, and they're going to try to get a surprise attack, but I don't think it's going to go too well because they're charging into some Thracian nobles. Yeah, sure, they're going to get some hits here with the charge. They might even get some kills, but this cav unit's not very good at long melee. They're kind of hit and run, and they're especially really good at killing archers. And yeah, already, look at this. Already they're breaking. So it was well played by the Thracians, who were protecting their archers. And, you know, they had that box, a little infantry box around them just in case a moment like this. And it looks like Pixelated's already going to call it quits here as another cav unit is on the verge of getting destroyed. There it goes. It's breaking. So I don't think that really paid off. And they're going to run away. So while they're running away, I wanted to give a quick shout out. This is not a sponsorship, it's just a shout out to Extrafy. So Extrafy is a company in Sweden that makes really cool like PC parts. So they made, or PC accessories, I don't know what you want to call it. They make really awesome keyboards. They make mice, they make mouse pads, that kind of stuff. So they sent me a retro, this is really awesome, a retro themed kind of combination of a keyboard and a mouse. It looks really awesome. It's a blast from the past because they went with the gray colors from the 90s. It was really cool to open it up and see that. The mouse is also really interesting looking, and I was in desperate need of a new mouse because I actually had 2 mice. They were broken in different ways. One was a Razer, the other was a Logitech, and I'm not trying to badmouth them or anything. I'm just saying what they were. And one was broken where I couldn't play shooters with it, and the other one was broken where I couldn't do strategy games with it. So I'm just really grateful for this new setup here. I do appreciate it. You know, big thank you to Extrafy for sending over some goodies. Again, they did not ask me to promote them. They just wanted my opinion on the items. So again, I just, you know, I'm gonna give them a shout out regardless because it's very kind of them. So if you guys are looking for a new keyboard, new mouse, this stuff is really awesome. I mean, I just kind of got it, but so far it feels really nice and it feels really solid. So if you guys are interested in getting any of that new stuff, there's a link to their website down in the video description. So be sure to check that out. So once again, thank you, Extrafy. So, back in this battle, the last of the Pixelated cav has been destroyed by the Thracian cav and the Carthaginian cav. Now, in this battle, let's just go ahead and look at the factions. We're going to have some civil war action going on here. So we got, like we saw, the Adrician Kingdom. We also have Carthage and the Arverni. Now, there's also Carthage and the Arverni on the other side as well. So it's going to get a little confusing, and I don't really like to do replays of battles where there's the same faction on both sides. It makes it, again, just a little confusing. And of course, by the way, the third defending army is Pixelated. We saw them, obviously, earlier. But just to help you guys out, if you ever get confused on who's killing who and who's on whose side, the Carthaginians with the red border and the Arverni with the red border means defense. Not always, but in this case, it does. Now, on attack, the blue border represents Arverni, and the yellow border represents, well, like, attackers. The yellow is the attacking Carthaginians, is what I'm trying to say. So hopefully that helps you out. Anyways, we got Carthage pushing very aggressively, using their tortoises to try to bring down some walls and start doing some damage. So I like it. Even though they were attacked early on by that cav unit, or 3 units of cav, they did not let up, and they're going to keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. Over here, it looks like the Arverni are clearing the gatehouse. They've already neutralized it, which is really good for them. They just now have to get through these Carthaginian hoplites, which is going to be quite the task. Over here, they're also pushing and taking the walls as well, and they're just having to deal with the fight up here. Now, I hope they use some breaches, which it looks like they are. They've got a couple breaches over here. You don't want to send all of your troops on the walls. You want to try to create some breaches in the walls and attack them ground level, because you see what they're doing here? They are holding back 1, 2, 3, 4 units of infantry, which, by the way, extremely weak to archer fire, which are getting lit up right now by these Cretan archers. But yeah, you want to try to have some breach points so you can attack on the ground level too, and not being, held up by 1 unit of Iberian swordsmen, and they can't even push and get down the stairway. So they're going to lose a lot of good soldiers here, and this is going to be a little tough for the Arverni at the start of this battle. Now they are pushing up some of their archers, and they're going to try to soften up the defenders from a distance. Try to get some of these archers over here, getting some good hits. But the Cretan archers are a tough unit to take on, so we'll see how that plays out. Back over here, we have the Arverni still trying to fight for... Thankfully, they are making some progress here and fighting on the ground level. So that's good. Now Arverni, the defending Arverni, are going to shift up some naked warriors. A lot of nakeds in today's battle, but they're going to shift over some units and try to flank the Libyan infantry and the Gallic warriors. Back over this way, Carthage is having a tough time breaking through the Arverni infantry. Masacely has sent over some slave infantry to help out as well, and it's certainly working as Carthage is having a tough time. Now, the Adrician kingdom is just now attacking the walls. To be fair, though, he had to deal with the Cav charge. So he dealt with that. He's got his Thracian nobles, Thracian warriors up on the walls. Now, here's the scary thing about the Thracian warriors. And this is something I don't like to do, is when I attack a wall, I don't like to attack with troops that are weak to archer fire, because a lot of the times there is a lot of archer support from the ground level firing up onto the walls, and it can do a lot of damage. Obviously, you want units that kind of, they can take that archer punch. But the good news is that he's not having to deal with a lot of archers, and it is kind of working out. So let's see if the Thracians can quickly cut through this light infantry and break through the walls. Oh, now we got the archers from the attackers trying to do some damage over here. I really don't think it's worth firing on the troops on the walls, because the walls do protect them quite well. You can see here. Yeah, I mean, they're getting some good hits, better than I expected, but still, the armor of these Desert Legionaries is really strong. Plus, with the wall, look at that. A lot of the shots, look at that. Ton of arrows are missing because of the walls. It's probably best to save that archer ammo for when you have a very clear target. And unfortunately, the Thracians are breaking here from being flanked from 2 sides. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Now, Carthage is making a little bit of progress here. They've got 1 unit that somehow pushed into the city. I don't know if that's going to lead to much. Over here, the Arverni are getting chewed up as well. Now, ooh, good news here. The Cretan archers are breaking, and they only have 26 kills. That's a great way to save some lives. Over here, we've got more and more Arverni troops trying to break through the Carthaginians. See how that plays out. So far, it's looking decent. But over here, this is where they're struggling. Look at the amount of losses. The naked warriors have no protection against archer fire, the arrows. So they have been wiped out, and that's like 3 really good units that you could have used later on that are gone from the battlefield. Now, back here, they are still fighting it out, and Arverni's still going strong here. Over here, they're struggling. So there's good sides and there's bad sides for both defending and attacking. They're both doing good and poorly in certain sections of the battle. But so far, it's a close one. Now, Carthage is moving up more siege towers. I do like the fact that the attackers brought a lot of siege equipment, giving them a lot of options when they go and attack. Oh, very nice. Let's see if they can hold back these Thracians, though, as we are about 40 minutes left in this battle replay. And it's still quite a close one. If anything, I think the attackers are doing very well. You know, they're fighting for the walls. They're not letting the attackers try, you know, push them around or anything like that. So I think they're doing a pretty good job. And also, they've got reserves. I think see, that's the problem. It's that the replay is in the point. Oh, look at this. What in the world? This was a bad play here. He's charging out naked warriors, I assume, to go after these archers. But there's plenty of cav and infantry to protect them. And, oh, I hate to see this because as defenders, you have way less money. And to just kind of throw out a unit like that, unless there's like a super clear advantage for sallying out, I don't recommend it because these units just died. Like these units, even though they're depleted and a little like war-torn, they still could have gotten a lot of kills defending the inner streets of the city rather than sallying out and now getting crushed by cav. So it was a little tragic to see. I think the defender's getting a little too antsy there, throwing a little too many units away. But we'll see how that affects them later on as more and more infantry begin to pour in. Oh, this isn't good. Okay. Looks almost like a push through. A little bit of a push through. But that's okay. There's a little gap here. But the Carthaginians trying to hold the defensive Carthaginians. They're going to shift over more Carthaginian hoplites. Seeing a lot of hoplites on the battlefield, which is not typical. Because, I mean, having 1 or 2 hoplites is pretty solid, but the problem with hoplites is that, yes, they can hold for a very long time, but their kill potential is not that great. So we'll see how that works out, but lots of hoplites are being shifted around to hold this front. And then, yeah, more archers are moving up. Cretan archers ready to open fire. And they are wrecking these naked warriors.
This is where we teach them a lesson.
And then back over here, Odrysian Kingdom is setting up mercenary hoplites. So there, see, I think he should have went with the mercenary hoplites first. You know what would have been really, see, what would have been really good for the Thracians is if they had a tortoise. Now, I don't know if they can bring a tortoise, but you can take one of your allies' tortoises. If they had a couple breaches in here, that would greatly help the Thracian nobles, because what makes Thracian nobles so deadly is that they're so aggressive. And if you can get a good charge off with them, they can do a lot of damage. But of course, obviously, scaling a wall, charging out of a siege tower is not going to get you that charge bonus that you need. And this is such a big win for Pixelated, who is fighting off Thracians on the walls. Like, that is really good for them. More archer fire coming down here. They're trying to soften up these chosen swordsmen who are holding this corner position against some Thracian warriors. And then back over on this side, Pixelated holding against the Arverni. Oh, I'm sorry. No, these are teammates. Okay. My bad. Again, it gets confusing. And here we go. Arverni attackers fighting Arverni defenders and Carthaginian defenders. Carthage sending over some Carthaginian hoplites to help out, which it looks like this will be enough to hold. But over here, this is a problem. We've got chosen swordsmen who are slicing through these hoplites. And again, hoplites are good at holding the line, but they need help. They need swordsmen in the mix. They need archer fire from above, because alone, they're not going to get a lot of kills. Like, this one's got 17 kills. I know they just, you know, were thrown into the fight. Over here, we've got, okay, this one got 227, so they're kind of proving me wrong there. That's a lot of kills. And this unit got 61. If we look at the, see, 101, 156 for the naked warriors, 159 for the chosen swordsmen. And these chosen swordsmen must have just been sent in, as they have 7 kills. So, I mean, the hoplites can get kills. I just think they could do a lot better with the support of swordsmen and archers. But there we go. This unit's breaking. They've been fighting a long time. I mean, 238 kills for a hoplite unit. That's crazy. Still a fight going on over here. They're holding them back quite well. And then we have some cav charging in. About to charge and do some damage to the Arverni, who are not expecting this, but there is some traps here that are going to be some I hate traps so much, but they've got to get through this, and unfortunately the Arverni defenders are breaking against the Carthaginian attackers. Misacely is starting to break as well. They are finally punching holes through this defense, and they desperately need to get over to the Adrician Kingdom and help them out. And the Adrician Kingdom has been stretching their lines. Look at this. They are trying to stretch their siege towers as far as possible to try to get a flank on the defenders. And they even captured this gate, so they're going to be able to charge in these Thracian horsemen. Very nice. I like it. I like it. Trying to use all of the wall to try to push through. There we go. Oh, look at this. I think Misacely's calling it quits. He's falling back. He's afraid of that cav and this infantry. Oh, and here comes Carthage. Carthage. They're doing exactly what I said. Go over and support them.
Go back!
And then over here, we've got the Arverni. Still fighting a good fight. Still taking on the defending Carthaginians and the defending Arverni. We got a couple defending Carthaginians back here, but I think it's only a matter of time until the Arverni break through. Oh my God! Nice little look at this. Look at this civil war. I wish they had better. Like, I wish they made the colors like inverse or something on the flags. You know, like where it would be like orange and then a green boar. I don't know. It's just something that makes it a little bit easier to tell on who's who. I know you can look at the banner, but still, it gets a little confusing nonetheless. Nice archer fire coming down. Arverni trying to rip through these defenses. They've been fighting a lot of people. They're close to defeating the Carthaginian hoplites. Speaking of Carthage, we got Carthage fighting Carthage. And they're taking care of the last Carthaginian hoplite. Trying to get them to break. Over here we got Libyan infantry. More Libyan infantry. And there we go. Misacely is starting to fall against the Thracian or the Adrician Kingdom. So that means they should be able to push in and start with really good numbers too. I know they lost a lot of Thracian warriors and stuff, but so far they've got pretty good numbers. The Carthaginian attackers have decent numbers. And the Arverni attackers are severely weakened. But to be fair, I think both attackers and defenders are severely weakened. They put like 80% of their army to defend these walls. So we'll see. It's going to come down to the wire. I mean, look at this balance of power. It is dead even. Dead even. So we got 30 minutes left in this battle replay. And it looks like we're at a little bit of a stalemate here. Not a stalemate, but a phase of lack of fighting as both armies are forming up, repositioning, and reorganizing. So we're going to go ahead and just fast forward a little bit. And I think they're just going to charge right in. Oh my God. These archers are completely unprotected. Oh, hold on. Let me do some normal speed here. If this unit actually has ammo. Okay, good. I was like, if they actually lose their archers to enemy infantry, I'm going to freak out. I'm going to freak out. And it's going to be all right here live. Okay, not really live, but it's going to be on YouTube. No, okay, they're going to get out of there. I was like, oh my God. They still have ammo. Get them out. But yeah, they're going to chase them. And I assume they're going to prepare to hold their final stand right here. Hopefully they've got some defenders out here, but it looks like they're putting... They're risking all the marbles for this one area right here. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Now, is there any way they can... No, unfortunately, there's only one choke point here they can attack. I was hoping that they could push siege towers up here, which they should. I don't know why It would make it more dynamic, right? Get rid of this ridge. Let people attack with siege towers. Like, make that an option. But yeah, they are on full-on retreat. Pixelated, hold on. If they keep pushing, they could easily cut off Pixelated. This is a huge force that could be cut off. And then, yeah, and then the Dristian Kingdom can push through here and get these guys. Oh my god, come on. You gotta go. Even if you turn your backs to the archers, it's worth it. And by the way, the Dristian Kingdom threw in some suicidal cav. Look at this. Maybe not suicidal. They might get out of here alive, but they are wrecking these archers. That's a huge win for the attackers. Oh my god, please cut off the Dristian Kingdom. Let's see. Let's do some fast forwarding again as we continue to watch these armies fall back and reorganize. So we're watching the attackers, Carthage and the Arverni. I think they're going to try to cut off the Dristian Kingdom because here's the negative, right? Here's something you always need to consider. Oh, okay. Here's something you always need to consider. In a defense like this, yes, it's a solid point. It's a solid choke point, but there's only one way in. And if you don't fall back in an orderly fashion, you can get units that will be cut off. And that's what's happening here. The Pixelated is getting cut off. Hopefully I wasn't calling them Dristian Kingdom, but you know me, I always like confuse factions. So yeah, they've cut them off officially. So what this means is that this group of forces are just gonna have to fight to the last and try to do as much damage as possible. Or Arverni breaks through, the defending Arverni breaks through and clears out this road. But I don't think they're gonna be able to do that. Look at this blobbing! 3 units against 1! They could have flanked there a little bit. Could have sent some units here, sent some units here. Now there's a bit of an archer battle as well. Look at this. What brutal civil war. I guess like 2 tribal leaders are trying to claim the crown of Arverni. I don't know. Make up any kind of lore you want, guys. Oh, here we go. They need to send up more units. Okay, they are. Good. So Carthage is going to send up reinforcements because they're starting to break here against the Arverni. If they can flank around, that would be really good. And then Carthage is going to hold with noble fighters. These guys will hold for a very long time. Oh no, they're wasting their javies on slave infantry. Oh, it's the slave infantry breaking. Okay. I was like, wow, unit's breaking already. Oh, Arverni call it quits. They're like, sorry, Pixelated, good luck. Runs away. Better luck next time. Hope you do well. As they fall back. So, is this... Let's see, more... Get these troops up here. Come on, get them up here. You never know when you need more units, so it's always good to have them close up there. There's a little bit of fighting here. Oh boy. Does Arverni not know he has a unit over here? Oh, the amount of times I've made this mistake. When you leave one unit like way out there and you're like, oh crap, I forgot. I am so sorry. So that might be happening here. I don't know what's going on. Not even the soldiers are turning around to face their charge. So this is going to be a chosen swordsman unit. This is so disastrous for the defenders. This is a unit that potentially could get 500 kills easy in a choke point. Will now only have like a handful of kills because they got charged in the back and they didn't realize it. They only have 11 kills and they've already lost like 20 troops, more than 20. Oh my god, now they're gonna get flanked on the other side. Yeah, they've almost lost like 60 troops. A lot more than 20. My goodness. My goodness. And then Pixelated's trying to fight their... Oh, this is disaster. See, this is a great opportunity for the attackers. When defending a city, you always want to make sure you have an exit strategy. Make sure you have a fallback path that will be safe for your army. Sometimes you got to sacrifice units to hold a line so, you know, 4 units can make it out. But yeah, this is not looking good. Meanwhile, we've got the archers of the Arverni using up all of their ammo, and softening up the defenders over here, which there's not a lot. There's not a lot. So all the Thracians need to do now, and they need to shift over units and get behind Massaceae. And look at this. Look at this chosen unit. They're still fighting. They have 74 kills. Think about that. Think about that. 74 kills. And half the time, they're still looking the wrong way. Holy crap, this unit's so good. And to see them die like this is just disaster. Disaster. So let's see if these units will charge in at all. No, but the chosen swordsmen are breaking. Can they get to 80 kills? Yes, they get to 80 kills, but that's going to be the last of the chosen swordsmen for the defending Arverni forces. Now back over here, we have a charge of Celtic warriors against the archers. Not a big deal because these archers are already out of ammo, so that's a win. Killing swordsmen with archers in close combat, it's pretty good. More Carthaginians are being pushed up. African pikemen. All right, good. I'm glad to see that the Carthaginians do have some pikemen. Now, here's the thing. They can't lose this pike unit too early on because they're going to need them for this position up here. Pikes are really good for counter choke points, you know, like fighting choke points. So they're going to need them later, so he can't be too reckless, but it looks like he's being very safe with them. And he's going to go ahead and charge them in. And here comes some mercenary hoplites from the Odrysian Kingdom. And they're going to be able to close in and utterly destroy Massaceae. Oh. See, I don't mention this a lot in replays because oftentimes we see players do it pretty well. But when defending outer walls, you know, like especially, okay, so think about this. The battle was being fought here, over here, and over here. If you're defending over here, you gotta make sure you know what's going on over here, because if your teammate loses and then the enemy runs down the center and cuts off your retreating force that you're still holding up here, you're gonna lose your entire army. So it's kind of like when one side falls, you need to fall back and reform. You can't hang around for too long like Massaceae did and get surrounded. Again, not trying to be hard on the Massaceae player. This is a mistake I've made many times myself, and I will probably continue to make, as it's really easy to get tunnel vision in Total War. But, you know, I'm just going to be using you for an example, so don't take it personally, all right? We all have fun here. It's all for fun anyways, right? Here we go. Here comes a push of Libyan infantry. This is a cool flank. I didn't even know you could go through here. Sometimes you can't in Rome 2, but this is going to be a nice side flank. And they're even going to flank all the way over here. That's perfect. Now, I would try to get some archers up on the walls and fire down and try to help Massaceae. Here we go. Very nice. Oh, nice little volley in the back. And yeah, this is the nail in the coffin for Massaceae and potentially the defenders. Here's the question though. Do they have enough? Do they have enough to hold back the attackers? We'll find out. They've got some traps up here. They've got the fiery balls of justice ready to be lit. But will it actually pay off? We'll see. Let's go back over here to the Massaceae situation. There we go. Then we have tribal slingers who are getting cut down as I don't know what they're doing. They're just kind of walking into the blades of the enemy. At this point, if you're a tribal slinger, you just lay down your arms and surrender. I mean, unless they're showing no mercy, which might be the case, then fight to the death. But if they're showing mercy, like, what are you going to do as a slinger in that situation? You just, I guess I die, I guess, you know. But there we go. It's down to the final stand. Now, there's still a lot of attackers, but Anything can happen here. So we're going to fast forward a little bit. I think what's going to happen here is we're going to see some skirmishing. We're going to see some skirmishing. I don't think, I could be wrong, and maybe I am wrong. It looks like Carthage is going in, but I don't think we're going to see any melee fighting between infantry anytime soon yet. We're going to see the arrows and the archers let loose arrows, try to, you know, obviously soften up the defenders. And yeah, that's exactly what's happening here. So I'm just going to fast forward until when the attackers make a push for the defense with their infantry. All right, guys, so I think they've given the command. It was only a couple minutes. They're going to go ahead and charge in the Libyan infantry and start fighting through the first layer of defenders. Celtic warriors. Yeah, just all Celtic warriors against Libyan infantry. We also have some hoplites being tossed into the fray. And this is the first layer of this last stand defense. We'll see how long it holds. Now, over on the other side, we've got... Look at this. The Carthaginian attackers, it's actually a pretty smart play here. He's shifting over his archers to get a nice flanking fire on the defenders. That's really smart. That's a good move there because you're going to get side view of the armor. So you're not like firing directly into shields and armor. There they go. They're fighting the good fight. Thracians are charging in. And we got breaking units on both sides, but it looks like mostly the defending Arverni forces are breaking. The question is, when are they going to light these? I bet they're going to light these as soon as most of the Arverni break. But here, this is what they need to do. This is what they need to do. Column up a unit of infantry, run past the Arverni, and then attack this unit. And that's going to throw off their plan completely. Honestly, at this point, I would light these balls. You can do a lot of damage, and there's barely any... Oh, it's too late. There they go. There they go. Light them, light them, light them. Unfortunately, ball physics. Yeah, it didn't really work out. See, I hate traps. They're just distractions. You know, they're kind of. There they go. Like, imagine dying to this. Like, maybe you deserve to die. Like, this is going like 1 mile per hour. You can't move out of the way. Oh, this is a much better one. Oh, sweet Jeebus. That was beautiful. And it's still going. Oh my God. It's still going. It is still going, burning down these archers. That was pretty big. That was pretty huge. See, the balls up here, definitely more effective. But will it be enough? We'll find out. We'll find out. So now we have Masacely. I think this is their last archer unit, skirmish unit. But they're mixed in with the defending Carthaginians taking on the attacking Carthaginians. More infantry going up to the front. The archers on the flank here trying to open fire. Look at this. Oh my God. Look at that play right there. These archers might have single-handedly won this match. They got, and they don't have a ton of kills, but they got crucial kills. And they wiped out almost an entire archer unit from their angle. That was a big brain play. That was a wrinkly brain play right there. That was no smooth brain. That was awesome. So there we go. More and more troops trying to fight. Oh, but look at this. Carthaginians still have some pikemen. All right, well, let's hope that the attackers conserve some of their ammo. Conserve some of their ammo and try to... you know, shoot down the pikemen, the defending pikemen. But it's getting juicy here. It's getting wild. Hot and wild. Apollo, I think you're in love with siege battles. Oh, wait, look, they got elephants. What in tarnation? They have African elephants who are going in for the kill. Oh my god. Holy crap. What a surprise. See, I kind of like that we got the perspective of the attackers, because if we got the perspective of the defenders, I would have seen this coming. I would have saw this coming. But yeah, even if they get perfect, let them run amok. Let them run amok. Come on. Run around. Go kill things. There you go. So they've already gotten 100 kills. Now, unfortunately, they weren't running amok over here because this is a juicy target. Oh my god, these elephants. 116 kills now. They're just getting kills left and right. And they're all enemy kills because of them running amok. Oh my god, the defenders putting up a fight. This is the revenge of Pixelated for having like most of their army cut off and killed. The Pixelated elephants, African elephants, going around and causing mass rout and chaos. They now have 300 kills. 307 kills. That was genius. That was a perfect, well-timed elephant charge. That was awesome. Now, unfortunately, the elephants served their purpose. They've got one more, and they're going to get around 330 kills. Let's see if he can get a couple more. Come on, man. Ah. So, like, 330 kills. That was awesome. That might change the game. That might just change the game. We'll see. Because not only did the elephants kill a lot of the enemy infantry and the archers, but it also caused them to use a lot of their ammo on the elephants rather than on the African pikemen. So that's kind of big. Balance of power is still pretty even. Pretty crazy. Crazy. I'm gonna be honest, I did not expect that, like, at all. Like, the defenders are definitely, like, I'm gonna be real here. I thought the defenders were really struggling, and there was no chance of them winning this. But after that elephant charge, that is I completely changed my mind. They can win this, and they have the capabilities of winning this. Let's see if they can pull this off. So we got Oathsworn in the front line. They're kind of awkwardly fighting, though. Got this weird angle thing going on. They are breaking units. We got archer fire. Lots and lots of archer fire coming from the attackers, trying to kill the pikemen. Let's hope. See, there's no reason to leave the pikemen up here. I would just hang them back. Like, hold back. Like, over here. And just defend this area. Let's also remember they have arrow towers here. They've got a fresh set of skirmishers up here, waiting for the attackers to make a push. Look at that. Bloody fight. Bloody battle. Oathsworn now have 70 kills with 141 men left. Now 139. There we go. They're falling back. They are getting kind of surrounded. There's a little bit of a problem here for these Oathsworn. They're getting a little surrounded by Carthage, Arverni attackers. Now they are breaking the Thracians, but they are going to pull out, thankfully, because these Thracians are breaking. And they're going to fall back to the safety of their skirmishers up there. Look at that. That's so cool. They just did, like, I think what Rome 2 did better than any other Total War was the archer physics. I know that's kind of weird, but like when you watch arrows hit things and fall and just like the impact of these like projectiles, like the projectile physics is really cool in this game. It's my favorite thing, probably. I mean, I do like, so in Medieval 2, I do like how the archer fire seems non-stop. Like when you're watching a pitch battle and you see arrows just fly over the heads of the infantry who are fighting each other, you know, the front line, it just seems like non-stop arrows. But I think it's like that because They don't volley fire. They're just kind of like firing at random. And they kind of still do that in Rome too, but it feels more like a volley fire. I don't know. You get what I'm saying a little bit? Kind of talking out of my butt here. But let's just go back to the focusing on this battle where the infantry is starting to run out. Honestly, on both sides. Both sides. We do have Thracian nobles in the back here. But Thracian nobles can struggle against pikemen. Still got 2 healthy units of pikes. We do have a healthy unit of pikes on the attacking side too. So it's going to come down to hopefully the defenders don't instant break from loss of or too many casualties. Loss of soldiers. Also, this general v general battle. Okay, first off, epic. Okay, 2. That was so cringe. 2, this might decide the outcome of the battle. And if, in fact, the defending Arverni general, I think he realizes that, and he's falling back. Trying to get his archers to soften up these troops a little bit. He might want to push up these pikes. Oh, he's going to make it out. 105 kills, not doing too bad. He needs to push up the pikes, though. Oh, no! The Oathsworn! He has 244 kills, but the general is breaking. Yeah, I would push up the pikes like this. Make this your stand. Right here and then here. Oh boy. Oh boy. We do have some mercenary noble fighters though, mixed in with some Nubian skirmishers from Sicily. They're working hard to they're basically the second to last force to hold. Now we are seeing a lot of arrows fly overhead and start to focus down the African pikemen. This is what I'm talking about. Why have your pikemen up there? Or at the very least throw in your hoplites mixed in with them to kind of protect them. I know that's a bit of an exploit, but if it's allowed, it's allowed. Oh, we still have a lot of archers over here. What's going on? Are these archers out of ammo? No, they still have ammo, I think. Why are they way back here? I don't know, guys. I mean, this is looking pretty tough for the defenders, and they're starting to break. The noble fighters broke. That's a bad sign. They're a really good unit. And I feel like the attackers have enough ammo to break through. I believe so. African pikemen now moving in, and this is a horrible formation. This is how you lose your pikemen, which they have. They're down to 29 men. Oh no. Send in everything you got. Your pikemen are getting chewed up out there. And this is it, guys, their final stand. There we go, they're forming up. Now here comes a push of heavy skirmishers. This is it. Both sides are setting in everything they've got. Who will hold? Will the defenders hold, or will the attackers break through and take this one? Thracian, I mean, man, he brought a lot of these Thracian nobles and warriors. Like, they're good, but I wouldn't bring a whole army of them. It's good to have some shielded units. Oh my goodness. Now we have the Thracian noble general about to charge in. What are these archers doing? Get them in there. They might hold. They might just hold here. Carthage is breaking. And look at this cav charge. That was pretty good. But it's going to be a tough fight once they're done charging. It's good to call, yeah. Do some cycle charging. Get out of there. And let's not forget the Arverni general is still in the fight. Oh, you got to charge back in. Oh, look at now. They're just throwing everything they got. Everything they've got. Here comes another charge. my God. I think the defenders are going to take this. There's a huge break going on. Finally, these archers are being ordered to move in. I think they just won this. As long as the defenders don't lose their generals, I think they're gonna do pretty well. Here we go. Archers now being thrown in. Carthage needs to just toss in their general. It's still too close to call it, guys. Look at the balance of power. It's still pretty even, but it's in favor of the defenders right now. No. Why is he? Okay, that's the defending general. I see. They're trying to keep their generals alive, but I think at this point they just got to throw them in. They just got to throw them into the fight. Oh my God. Who's gonna take it? Get them in the fight. These Oathsworn have 114 kills. They can get a lot more. No. Kill the Carthaginian general. Kill him. Look at this. Look at this. Come on, stab him. Oh, no. Here comes more Thracian nobles.
On my order, withdraw.
Here comes a charge from the general. This is so close, guys. Oh, wait, he's going to run from this. Oh, yeah. Go for the archers. Why'd you stop? Why'd you stop? He could have gotten a good charge on those archers, but it'll still do pretty well here, I think. General fighting off archers. Oh my God, what a fight. What an ending. These two teams are pretty evenly matched. Now they're going to throw in some more archers. Come on. As long as these generals don't die, or if they can kill the Thracian general, which it looks like he's going for. He's going for. This is it. This is the winning move. If he can pull it off. Now, he does risk losing his general, but I don't think Carthage really has anything left. Oh my God. It's down to Oathsworn. Can the Carthaginian general clear up these troops? Oh man, I don't know. Come on, keep pushing. Keep pushing that Oathsworn. They still have 55 left. Here comes the Carthaginian general charging the archers in the rear with 90, almost 100 kills now. Doing a good job with that. Oh, they're breaking. All they have to do is kill this general. The generals are using their rally abilities, trying to keep them in the fight. Trying to keep them in the fight. Oh, what does it say? Losing slightly. Can they pull? They're breaking, but can they pull off some kind of amazing kill and kill the enemy general? No! And the defenders are going to take it. And it was a costly defending victory. Okay. Wow. I'm going to be honest. I came into this battle kind of underestimating it. First off, I was like, I hate seeing two of the same faction on different sides, you know, like two Carthage, two Arverni. And usually newer players do that. We don't really see that with more experienced players. And then when I saw Massaisla get cut off there, not saying he's a bad player, but I was like, oh, this is probably going to be a clear attacking victory here. It was sent in by the attackers. They're probably going to win it. And man, that elephant charge over here completely turned this around. What a shocker. What a complete turn. What a great match. Both these players were evenly matched. It came down to a handful of troops, and the defenders barely win it. So that was awesome. Let's end the replay and look at the results here. So we've got a lot of kills from the defenders. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the attackers. A lot of kills from the attackers and a lot of kills from look how even the kills are. That's crazy. So I'll just quickly kind of run through these units. This was sent in by Sergeant Scuba Man. He was playing as Carthage. Thank you so much for the battle replay. Mad respect for sending in defeats, you know, because you see it as a good battle. That's awesome. We got Andrew over here, and then Thomas the carrot. So guys, that's going to conclude today's video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on the battlefield.